Hello and welcome to PRTG. In this video we're going to install and configure PRTG together to get you up and running quickly. Not surprisingly, the very first step is to download the software so we can install it. However, there are two installers for PRTG, one for the free trial and freeware version and a second one for the commercial version. So we need to know where to go to get the right installer. Let me start with the commercial version first. If you already have a commercial license and you need the commercial installer, please go to our homepage, pester.com, and click on Login to log into your account. Once you're logged in, scroll down a little bit and you'll see a green button here where you can download the most recent version. Alternatively, when you first purchased your commercial license, you received an email that looked like this or like this, and these emails also include the link to download PRTG. If you already have a trial version running and you're now installing a commercial version for the first time, you only need to install the commercial version on top of your trial. Don't worry, installing over top is safe. All of your configuration and historical data will be saved. So that was the commercial version. If you're looking for the free trial version or the freeware version, then please go to our homepage, again, pester.com, and click here on Free Download, which will take you to this page with a free license key and a button to start the download. Please take a second here to copy this key because we're going to need it again in a minute. The download should start automatically, but if it doesn't, just click on Download here to get it started. So when the download has finished, open up the zip file and extract all the files in the zip. You now have three files: the PRTG executable, a copy of our license terms, and the most recent release notes. Please do take the time to review the release notes, especially anything that's marked in red or yellow, because those are important messages. And also please take time to review the license terms, because you'll be agreeing to these later in the process. Both the release notes and license terms are also available on our website as HTML and PDF if you'd prefer to access them that way. So to start the installation, not surprisingly, just double-click on the executable. You can now select the language you'd like to use for the installation, and this same language will also be used for the user interface later, although you can change it for the interface later if you'd like. Accept the license agreement. And now you need to enter an email address. This is the address that PRTG will use for the main PRTG system administrator later. We do recommend using some kind of service address, such as myadmins or something like that, so you don't have to keep updating the address inside PRTG every time rules change within your company. You now need to enter your license key. If you're installing a commercial version, please enter the name and the key that were in those emails you received when you purchased the license. If you're installing a trial or freeware version, just leave the name as PRTG trial and put in the key we copied a second ago from the website. And if you forgot to save the key from earlier, you can just request a new one here. If you ever need to add a new license later, you can do that inside the web interface as well. Now enter the directory where PRTG should install. And sit back and relax while the installation runs. When the install finishes, PRTG will automatically open up the user interface in your standard browser, and it will automatically start discovering your network in the background. I'm going to minimize the browser for a minute so we can see what else has happened as part of the install. You'll see two new shortcuts on your desktop. One links to the browser with the main user interface, and the other one links to the PRTG Enterprise Console, which is a native Windows user interface. The Enterprise Console shows you the same information as in the web browser, just with a slightly different look and feel. The Enterprise Console also lets you view multiple PRTG servers in a single pane of glass. So if you have a very large PRTG installation with more than one PRTG server, please take a look at the Enterprise Console. And before we go back to the browser, let's take a look at what else has been installed. In the Program folder, under PRTG Network Monitor, you'll see a few different components. The PRTG Administration tool, it's a separate tool for low-level configuration. You don't need it very often, but if you do, it's here. Then there's the Enterprise Console, which we just saw also on the desktop. Next, a link to PRTG in your default browser, a link to our homepage, and an uninstall.